Welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Our channel covers a range of topics including current events, fitness, personal development, and technology to help you look, feel, and live your best life. Tune in for actionable advice and engaging discussions. We the willing, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you. So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you.
Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it? Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it?
About how we can better ourselves and further ourselves, further your mind, you know what I'm saying?
How you gon' wear my trust when the lights
Let's be clear. This is
How you gon' be doing love when the bag don't sleep?
invasion.
Deep, crash your feelings in the middle of the street. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the hoes was at. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the bros was at. 3:30 in the morning, scroll through the call off. Ain't nobody but the mirror looking for the fall off. I love when you count me out. 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 My name is in your mouth.
Might be about you. Might be about you.
Conductor. Welcome to the new golden era. Yo. This that purple tape mix with 𝐂𝐍𝐉𝐎𝐾. Hey yo. Imagine getting murdered with the case in the Sub Village. Yeah. DJ Drama.
Hey yo, I'ma take it back to the ski mask Chanel. So yo, with my man, I can never fail. I can be through you, I can tell you would tell. You ain't never ate rules, Chris in a cell. Everything grab, you moving at a pace of a snail. Supreme clientele, cause my cocaine pad is wrapped on the hype. My dope house well with Egypt, we in Portland.
I pray you see me hop about that Rolls, that's hope. I pray you see me hop out that Maybach, that's hope. Big chains on my neck, that's hope. Big ass bracelet on my wrist, that's hope. That's hope. Praise fly, praise stove, praise both. Say you love me, lie to me, sweet. Double R stitched in my seat. Powder footprints falling off my feet.
Hey yo, meticulous like a watchmaker, precision, I'm public enemy without the clock. Yo, listen, champagne flavor apricot, full flavored, full leaf furs, ocelot, I'm at the spot, about to make a lot. On a calm morning, got me brainstorming, new ways to breach loopholes, new goals, to turn coal into diamonds, you motherfucking turncoats, cotton picking good for nothing wanted, you low down Benedicts, how you killer good nigga working in the neighborhood, trying to build shit that ain't real shit. I know it's hard to get on one accord, but why take a king off the board? It's not checkmate when the gang detonate, but let me deviate. I'm thinking more of pouring white grapes than the flu. How you escaping the coupe, the heist, open shop down in Alger Heights. Nothing less than success will suffice, right? Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. It's real. Pearls before swine, girls with strong minds, the world is all mine. It's like hurry up and wait, it's a long line. You got the right idea, but at the wrong time. Timepieces, I find peace, my mind reaches new levels, new devils to leave speechless. Speak truth to power, minutes turn to hours, yours become ours. Now it's new moves, rules of engagement. I leave out with the money, with who I came with. No more the same shit, but I'm still player. Get your main hit like your first single. Layers, fly ladies understand lingo. On the hotel rooftop, we met mingle. Tequila shots, the whole menu was bilingual. Sing along, you know the words, it's not a jingle. A man with a plan with a purpose. Standing ovation, we out, close the curtains. Yeah. Tell me how it feel, tell me how it feel. Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. Know the deal.
You like to eat?
Hell yeah, I like to eat. What you think? I got air in me? What the hell is wrong with you? Asking me dumb questions. He literally looked at my big ass and say, do you like to eat? I went by the gas station and put the air pump in my ass today, Shannon. That's how I got blown up. I'm sorry. Stick a pin in me. I'm gonna be your size.
But you know, sometimes
you know he don't date big girls. I'm here today because Raymond rather play the video games than play with me. Look, here go your controller. Play with me. I'm your game. Play with me. This your game. Play with me. I'm your game. Play with me. This your game. I cook. I clean. I pay the bills. I cook. I cook. I clean. I pay the bills. I cook.
Mr. Baptiste, your woman is upset. Mr. Baptiste, let me ask you this. Do you play a lot of video games?
Ollie boy count cash, move sneaky. Paper in the daycare, paper in the kitchen on the phone, different story, different vision. Every office, cousin got position. Every meeting, bro, I got a mission. Smile for the photo, suit look clean. Under the table, whole crew eat green. Somebody scam king, ay. We run that, 8 bill gone, they can't get none back. On God, every hustle, every angle. Comrade, Kylo, say, flip it, untangle. Somebody scam king, talk sweet, walk mean. Dress code halal, money so hot I'm clean. Read beat, sign here, that's the anthem. Whole block eating off the big boy scams. Damn, 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 damn.
Somebody scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Scam king. Somebody scam king.
Freedom fighters, now they fight with spreadsheets. Laptop louder than the sound of the streets. Grand after grand, feeding all the kids. Outside parking lot full of new whips. Charity, trucking, fake school, fake farm. Whole application like reading the charm. Refugee program, we help, we care. Back in Saxon, we just spit the shit. Comrade Carlos in the must front row at the door prayer. Plan where the funds go, one file here. One shell company there. By the time they notice, we in the air.
Somebody scam king.
We run that 8 bill gone, they can't get none back. On God, every hustle, every angle. Comrade Carlos, say flip it, untangle.
Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, walk mean, dress code halal, money so hot I'm clean. Habibi, sign here, that's the anthem. Whole block eating off the big boy scams. Damn, 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 damn.
Somebody scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Scam king.
Fire on decorations.
But the white boys had told all them French gals that we had tails. Then they found this ignorant colored soldier. Paid him to tie a tail to his ass and run around half naked making monkey sounds. They put him on a big round table in the Cafe Napoleon. Put a reed in his hand, crown on his head, blanket on his shoulders, and made him eat bananas in front of all them Frenchies. Oh, the white boys danced that night. Passed out leaflets with that boy's picture on it. Called him Moonshine, King of the Monkeys. And when we slit his throat, you know that fool asked us what he had done wrong.
Country shot.
My daddy told me we got to turn our backs on this kind, Wilkie. Close our ranks to the chitlins, the collard greens, the cornbread style. We are men, soldiers, and I don't intend for our race to be cheated out of its place of honor and respect in this war.
The pupils burn from the gaze of the sunlight. Trying to go legit this time with no gunfight. Straight flights to Ghana. My man got the gold connect. Bow-legged dude with chicks on deck. He got Navy sailors moving their crypto specs. Maybach Hummer, sound like a discotheque. His brother Stan blew off his own hand. He's in the mausoleums, couldn't show his wrist back on. It's in the Coliseum. The monster's out, straight down in the opera house. Scorpion pendant, red stone in a lobster mouth. Diamonds embroidered in the Chinaware. Speaking through Tesla phones, tucked behind the ear. Snow White Royce, guts red with lasagna chairs. Scarface party was raw with mad lines in there. Everybody holding, rock wallets, mad nines in there. Hitters with gold fronts frontin', where's the concierge? 50 years of hip hop, New York is the mascot. City is the backdrop, one more you can holler at me. You can holler at me.
That I gotta be the best of them all. That's just cut and dried. I'm the best. Whether you like it or not, you're looking at, the greatest, the best looking man, the best dressed man, long limousines, jet airplanes, custom made clothes, and any woman in the world I want, just like that. You know what? Let's face it, if you're not carrying the big gold, you're second best no matter what you tell yourself. So gear up, ladies and gentlemen. Get used to it. Who you're looking at, the man.
The almighty, the legendary West Side.
Hallowed be thy name,
Fly God himself.
You're looking at the man.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. You son of a bitch! 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 You son of a bitch!
Dom de Marco. Dom de Marco. Dom de Marco.
That's how we do it.
You're in the mix. You're in the mix.
That's how we do it.
You're in the mix. You're in the mix.
That's how we do it.
You're in the mix. You're in the mix.
That's how we do it.
Your girlfriend's favorite DJ.
Don't understand what's going on here.
Is in the mix. Your girlfriend's favorite DJ.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Is in the mix.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Show will begin now.
Yo, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yo, what up, Tito?
Yeah, what up, man?
All right, bet we in here. Yo, what's up? Salute chat, man. I see y'all coming in here. Yo, what up? Lord of Brooklyn in the building, man. Where you been at, man? Yo, what up, man? Yo, salute to the chat. Detroit in the building. Red Sigma, I seen you up here. I put his banner on too. Make sure you guys subscribe to Red Sigma. Music Man, what up? 215 Southwest Philly, what to do? The Revelator, Carrington. All right, bet. Let's do it. It's just me and no news. You was in here way early. We're gonna do a short one tonight. It's just me and Tito. I wanted to actually talk about Ghana coming to New York for talking about reparations. I got a montage on that. I definitely wanted to talk about that. We got and what you call it? I got the stuff you sent me, the montage on Iran. So if you want to cover that real quick, Tito. But you said you didn't see this one. With these oh, what? Oh, you didn't know about Ghana trying to get reparations in New York? Yeah, it's crazy. At the UN, yeah, they turned them down as they should. But that's them piggybacking on our thing. This FBA shit got a lot of niggas heated. And everybody's showing their card. This is one of those things where ironically, just like everything like we did with a lot of this gender politics, that it ended up being a political lever for the black man, which is a good thing. But yeah, on that note, Tito, you got to open a statement, man.
Yeah, as far as the reparations thing that we go cover tonight, that went exactly like I told y'all would go. You know what I'm saying? I think I said a while ago that they would try to make an end run and try to hijack the whole the reparations debate. But you know, this delineation shit got a lot of people shook, and we get into the broadcast later on. And I'm gonna do a show about that shit tomorrow, just so y'all know. So be looking forward to that tomorrow afternoon.
All right, bet. All right, Mr. O in the chat, he said he'd be up here in a minute. He might have had to work late tonight. All right, so bet. All right, so O ended up popping up. And we'll still try to wrap it a little early. If we wrap early, I was playing it before you came up here. I just mixed the new mixtape, video mixtape. I'm gonna stream it this week. But if we end a little early, I'll play some of the mixtape on the out when everybody leave the panel, and we'll outro out with that. I got some bangers on that joint. I got Rome Streets, a bunch of joints. All right, well, shit. While we waiting for, you said you didn't see this shit. You said you ain't see this shit, Tito. So here, let's just react to it now. I seen it on the news. Everybody was a bunch of people was covering it online.
Take ignorant niggas no motherfucking where.
People are recovering from stab wounds this morning following a brawl at a downtown LA restaurant.
And according to law enforcement sources, both the suspects and the victims, well, they were all friends. Actually, some of them may even be related to each other. Take a look. Video shared on Citizen app showed quite a large response by police and paramedics, with multiple victims down in different locations. And then there was the search for suspects and all of the bystanders who were watching the drama unfold at Zaya Restaurant on 7th in downtown LA. This morning, we have exclusive new information about what happened as the private party was wrapping up. Servers brought the group their bill, and that's when sources say the fighting started. It was 4:40 in the afternoon. The all-girl group apparently disagreeing on something and began arguing with each other. Police confirm one of the women pulled out a knife while another one grabbed a bottle. The war of words quickly turning into a very dangerous fight. The fire department says 5 people were evaluated at the scene. 4 of them, all women, taken to the hospital, ages 26 to 37. All of them were stabbed. Some with a knife, another with the bottle. The 5th victim, police are calling her Jane Doe. They don't know who she is because even though she had some serious cuts to her face, she decided to just leave. By early evening, police confirmed 2 suspects were arrested, and this morning, those 2 suspects, both women, are behind bars, facing assault with a deadly weapon charge. Bringing it back here live, we're told one of the suspects is apparently related to one of the victims who got stabbed. No word today if that bill ever got paid at the restaurant.
The funny part is how they be they be throwing that jabs at him. You see how she ended that shit? No word is that bill ever got paid at the restaurant. Tito, I'm gonna get your feedback on this, but this speaks to a couple things. The supposed male loneliness epidemic, but it's really a female loneliness epidemic. These is all quiches at a high-end brunch in downtown LA. Two, about the quiches having all the money, but they really broke because they can't cover a brunch bill. And then the abnormal level of violence perpetrated by the quiches. To the point where bottles are being broken, knives are being pulled out, multiple people stabbed, and people even stabbed in the face. Mind you, this is over a brunch bill. Yo, what up, Cortez Smith? I see you in the building. Yeah, rest in my Keisha on Keisha crime. What say you, Tito?
You know what? A few years ago on my Patreon, I actually made a video where I said in the near future, it might be possible that people will become afraid if you walk into a premises with a so-called black woman, and it seems like we trending right towards their prediction. This right here, it's a lot of layers to this. One of the layers to it is that whenever you have a group of them, there exists the automatic seed for some type of conflict. Whenever you have a group of them anywhere, either conflict with other people or conflict amongst each other, right? Now, with the conflict amongst each other piece, you got to understand that there's going to be a lot of, beefs over there, beefs over perceived slights, over you tried to talk to this nigga, that nigga, over yo mama fuck my sister man back in the day, all of that shit. I've actually seen women come to blows over like one's mother was like the other one father's side piece or some shit like that. I've seen women come to blows over that shit. And since nobody can tell them anything, if black men go somewhere and get into a fight, it's because they was raised by single mothers. It's because black men are violent. It's because they gang banging. They the killers. They terrorize black community. But then when black females go somewhere and get into it, nobody got nothing to say. And if you say something about it, well, then your mama black, you hate black women, or you trying to judge people by, European standards, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or black women have trauma because of slavery. Whatever, all excuses to be made, right? But this is an underlying symptom of so-called black women losing their relevance in society. Because they're losing their relevance, a lot of the most likely people that would be dealing with them that could have paid this bill, black men, are going elsewhere. And you only gonna see more of this, especially as we trending towards goddamn it $10 a gallon gas right now. You only gonna see more of it because less and less niggas are gonna be willing to foot the bill to be disrespected. I'll land my plane there.
No, I think you 100% spot on. And actually, you are right. You did predict about these high levels of violence. And we're seeing with the DEI rollbacks. I'll be watching a lot of them. What do you call it? Them police cam videos and everything. There is a major uptick in Keisha activity on these body cam videos coming out. Major uptick. And normally when it is black men, it's usually YNs or like, you know what I'm saying? Like the random, or, you know what I'm saying, on some off the top, like degenerate, like black male stuff. It's mainly Keisha's. You don't, like AC would say, you don't see you don't see a lot of basically a lot of productive black men arrest like you would expect to, based on the the propaganda and the misandry or what have you that that's so rampant on social media.
No, you don't. You don't. Hell, I think that they might make up like 80% of them body cam videos in the past 5 years.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, there you go, Red Sigma. Yeah, exactly. It's stud Keishas also. Yep, a lot of stud Keishas on the on the body cam footage. A lot of stud Keishas too. YN stud Keishas, regular Keishas. And somebody said it earlier. Yeah, that word, Keisha fatigue. And I've said it because I've heard Osmond Gold say it, a couple other Caucasian content creators when they basically making a distinction, and not even tongue in cheek. If I'd be seeing them reviewing content, when it comes to like the black fatigue nomenclature, and more, I see. Basically, the statement has been being made, and I've seen it made by numerous Caucasian content creators, and they're not related to each other. These content creators, when I'm saying, they're saying, okay, they're saying black fatigue, but we all really know what it means. It's black. It's really black woman fatigue, and that and without fail, they'll always be like, the black guys are cool. We all know who it is. It's really black women fatigue. They're calling it black fatigue, but that's not what it is. Like, and that's what I'm saying. You got the white content creators saying that unprovoked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you'll see people make hay about the Y and stuff, like when they show the footage, like from like areas in like Miami or Chicago or like Atlanta and shit. But those are, do you know what I'm saying? That's not the all 50 states type thing. Yeah, but that was the joint. I wanted to show you that joint because I actually would have thought you would have already covered it on your channel. Mr. O says, I'm definitely going to give my 2 cents on this video as soon as I get home, or whatever Faith Evans said in the song. He's funny. All right, well, fuck it. Then that's a perfect time. Let's do this Ghana reparations joint while we waiting for Mr. O, and then we'll just circle back on that. So this is perfect. Yeah, let me load that up.
Wishes to draw attention to the very consequential resolution which President John Dramani Mahama of Ghana will be tabling.
So this is one of the representatives at the UN this week. At the UN prior to the president coming this week, which was the 25th, I believe.
On the 25th of March, which is just next week, Wednesday, a few days from now. This is a resolution seeking to declare the transatlantic slave trade as the gravest crime against humanity. For more than 300 years.
Now, I want to say, even before we get through this, you see, he's using the FBA language and arguments that we've been making for decades at the UN prior to his president coming on the 25th, but they're using the FBA argument language. But when the president actually gets there, he's asking for reparations for Ghana, not for us. But you see, their representative is using our argument language with regard to the transatlantic slave trade. So they're basically hijacking our legal argument and standing, verbiage and everything. It's crazy.
Africans were treated as property, were tortured, humiliated, raped, and forced out of the continent, over 12.5 million of them, in the most dehumanizing and despicable circumstances. The world is yet to acknowledge this. Perpetrators are yet to apologize and have not compensated the victims. This is the time to demand reparative justice, and this is the time to demand restitution.
These people that keep on trying to force the issue for us to be nice about a continent that never came to pick our ass up.
Not all those who were loaded onto the ships survived the voyage.
I got a problem. It don't even make sense. But when you can pick up some money, that makes sense then, because that's what y'all doing.
A number of the ships sank with their entire human cargo.
Now, it doesn't benefit Black Americans for Ghana to get money for our ancestors being enslaved. That would be like Nazis trying to get reparations for the Holocaust. This shit don't make sense.
And my thing is, y'all weren't even the actual victims of it. The victims were the people who were actually trafficked from that area and brought to the Americas. The descendants of those people would be the ones who would be owed the reparations, not the people that sold them into it or who was doing business with the colonizers to sell them into it.
And I want to be emphatic. I want to be very clear and say, fuck this.
So what's good? You know I was going to get to it at some point. So apparently Ghana, the continent of Africa, decided to go to the UN and ask for reparations for slavery. Woo, man. And they are serious. They are dead serious people. They're dead. They want that money for slavery. They want that money. But I'm amazed and I'm shocked and I'm baffled by the stupidity of the leader of Ghana and the audacity that he had to get up on that platform and ask for reparations when, let's just say, and I'm gonna throw this in here. Yeah, the descendants of the slaves over here in America haven't even got that yet. That's neither here nor there. But the real reason here why it's so egregious that the leader of Ghana would ask for such things is because they rounded the slaves up and sent them over here. Like, if you do your research and your history and stuff like that, and you know history, I'm a huge history buff, loved history in school, all types of things, so I know shit. If you know any better, do you know that in that west part of Africa, at that time, that tribe was shipping people off. They were rounding up other neighboring tribes and stuff like that. And either through kidnapping or the tribes that they fought lost the war and Ghana won. And this is how it goes down. Sorry, I gotta be honest with you over here. Most of us over here that we were either kidnapped, our ancestors were kidnapped and brought here, or our tribe lost the war. We were losers and we got shipped over here. Sorry, I gotta be honest with you people out there. I know you black people ain't gonna like that shit, but it's the truth. But anyway, this is where it goes down. So now he's on the UN stage asking for reparations for his tribe or whatever, things like that, back in those centuries, back those decades ago, participating in shipping slaves off. And, to some degree, they're still doing that now. But the problem here is the audacity. Like, people don't know what your ancestors did all those, decades ago. And, we can't sit here and allow this buffoon to get up on the UN and sit there and talk out the side of his neck. Now, yeah, there was a few countries that decided to acknowledge that slavery was one of the most heinous crimes in history and stuff like that. I do get it. Certain countries did not, it just is what it is. But, my issue is too, is like, okay, so let's say we do decide to give Ghana reparations. Let's say we do this. Basically, I'm just gonna speak for America here. Let's say we as Americans decide to give Ghana these reparations, okay? What's gonna happen here is somebody's got to pay for that. We already got tax problems. We already got issues over here financially as a culture, stuff like that. It's a lot of shit going on. So somebody's gonna have to pay Ghana. And, once they get that money, somebody's gonna have to pay that. So, the taxpayers basically definitely would have to pay that. And I'm sorry, as a descendant of a slave in this country, I'm not finna pay them for shipping my ancestors over here. Are you fucking kidding me? So it's the audacity that creep had to get on stage at the UN talking out the side of his neck when he knows the history of what his people did. He knows. And it blows my mind how big this dude's balls is, knowing what his ancestors did, and then want to get up on stage and ask for reparations for shipping people off. Burns me up. Just burns me up. Wish I could talk to him in person. Woo, man. The audacity this dude has in Ghana. The boo-boo tutu, whatever the fuck his name is. Jesus Christ. So you want me, because somebody got to pay for this. If we decide to give Ghana some reparations money, somebody going to have to pay for this shit. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be us, the taxpayers over here. We already got enough issues. I'm not finna pay Ghana for no fucking, are you kidding me? When they did the shipping, they did the kidnapping of other tribes, or, other tribes lost war, still kidnapped them, took them, shipped them off. Things like that. Man, stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. And we want to sit here, and a lot of you people don't understand the history of this situation, that, Africans shipped other Africans off. It wasn't just white people doing this shit out here in these streets. Man, y'all gotta wake up, bro. Y'all gotta wake up.
All right, I'll let that play all the way through because, like I be saying, bro, Tim Black is a content creator. The beginning of the stuff was from Al Jazeera. That was the Ghanaian representative at the UN. But like I said, social media then blown the lid off of a lot of stuff because you can get the everyday average person just voicing their opinion on stuff, and I be trying to get regular dudes that I be finding on social media speaking in everyday language. You can tell he ain't no big influencer. He's just a regular dude. But they got and this regular dude got common sense enough to articulate a very basically sophisticated political argument and see through all the nonsense. You got the Hoteps and the Pan-Africanists. And what you had, who you had out there with him? You had Al Sharpton out there with the president of Ghana, pushing for, and members of the Congressional Black Caucus out there with the president of Ghana, pushing for Ghana's reparations, not for the American blacks. Go ahead, Tito, take it away. It's all yours.
The fact that West African countries have a matrilineal inheritance structure basically disvalidates this call for reparations for them. The narrative, if y'all, first of all, the root slave narrative is bullshit, right? See, these Africans are actually like late to the party when it comes to this. If you ask a lot of Africans especially Generation X Africans, hey, you know, did you learn about slavery in school? And they'd say, no, this is my first time hearing of this. You know what I'm saying? The root slave narrative, complete bunk, complete fucking bunk, right? If you ever look at like, and I was talking to Saul about this earlier, if you ever look at like woodcut drawings of those old slave forts, the structures are always, or the not just the structure, the complexes, you know, because these are truly large complexes, will always seem larger and more impressive than the actual so-called slave forts that people go and visit today. I suspect that they tore the overriding majority of those complexes down just to place emphasis on the slave fort part. So people want to ask, hey, what are all of these buildings? Right? Because those so-called slave forts were hubs of commerce, and it wasn't just slaves that was for sale there. It was, those slave forts were basically banks and commodities exchanges, right? So those slave forts were set up by the European offspring that they have with members of the female members of the royal family. See, the Africans, they would, you know, do these marriages to secure diplomatic shit and all of that shit. But what would end up happening is that the Europeans would take advantage of that by, you know, taking one of these women for marriage, impregnating them, taking the child, sending it to Europe, bringing it back, educated in Europe and white supremacy, and then the child goes on to take advantage of his royal position to build these type of facilities. Now, were there some and then it's always, at first it's the Portuguese. And so you wonder why the Portuguese had such a large empire at first in Brazil. It was facilitated by, you know, slave sales like that. But the root slave narrative, as they give it to you, adds so many extra logistical steps in slavery. But I'll cover that tomorrow, man. I'll cover that tomorrow. I will cover that tomorrow. But because this is a whole rabbit hole that we about to jump down tomorrow when it comes to this, when it comes to that silly triangular diagram that you got in your history book. But the West African countries, now that they're not able to get all of those remittances, now that delineation has a lot of goofy ass pro-black niggas that was probably going there on the, you know, the slave fort tours and all of that shit, or experience the culture. Now that all of that is cut off, now they gotta try to make an end run around delineation by trying this bullshit ass stunt. And once again, yeah, you're right. The members of the Congressional Black Caucus once again exposed themselves by the. You know what I love about the Congressional Black Caucus? They always get in office and they talk about, well, we got to stop Bush, or we got to stop the. They say that they got to stop Bush whenever it's a Republican president in office. When it's a Democratic president in office, then they use the whole Republican Party period as a boogeyman. Now that Trump is in, now is we got to stop Trump. They always have these ideological contests that they so interested in, while everybody else's congressman is actually representing them as their constituents in Congress. The Congressional Black Caucus is always representing ideology first.
And symbolism and platitude.
Yeah, ideology and symbolism first. This is just one more way in which they expose themselves. We got to stop Trump. Stop Trump from doing what? Trump is Trump. What are you gonna do for black people? And they can't answer that question. They spend all of this time talking about how they gonna stop Trump, and they use that as a distraction because most of them tellers anyway, and they're using that as a distraction to actually represent the tether lobby more so than regular black people. If you ask me, regular black people don't have representation in Congress. We really don't.
No, I agree with you 100%. But then that tails then back to basically kind of like the trend that we started. That okay, that is true, but old niggas aside, and I mean that with the general public, and with the general public as well. You're responsible for who you fucking put in office, and if they don't do what they're supposed to fucking do, you're supposed to primary them and get them the fuck out of there until somebody gets in there that could do the job. You don't understand what I'm saying? Like the people, also have a responsibility, and and like I said, you're 100% right. But that's been our calling card. Like yo, y'all got to get the hell up off the bench. Like you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like. You can be right about the state of how things are, and you don't like this policy, you like that. But if you ain't showing up and you ain't putting foot to ass, you gonna get what you get.
But it's like it's ridiculous. You can be in some of the most impoverished areas. You can be in some of the most, areas that's full of violence, drugs, and all of that. And then when election time comes around, you get some of this campaign literature. And then to say reproductive rights and help fighting Trump.
100%.
What about the failing schools? What about the potholes in the streets? What about the dilapidated parks? What about the school? What about I actually have one of my subs that told me that he took a picture of one of his high school textbooks, and it had and he actually ended up with the same science textbook that his mother had.
Damn.
And he wasn't.
I got that.
Wait, what? And he's not even. Look, wait. And he's not even the oldest child. The oldest child. I could see maybe if the mother would have had him in her 8th or 9th grade year, some way out. But no, he wasn't even her oldest child. Like he was like the 3rd child down. And yeah, he was in high school with a textbook that had his mother's name on the inside of it.
No, 100%.
Get the hell out of here. A McGraw-Hill book. You know what? I don't put it past it. A McGraw-Hill book.
A Harvey nigga, yeah. Are you surprised? A Harvey nigga. But I guarantee you, if you go on Harvey right now, or if you go on Robbins right now, if you go on Dixmoor right now, there's some Democrat running for office on their campaign literature. One of the bullet points would be help stopping Trump. What the fuck is that gonna do for this shithole that you represent?
Hey, don't forget about Chicago Heights, Sauk Village, and Phoenix too, Tito.
What is that gonna do? Yeah, what is that going to do?
Yo, if you're there, you can get some airtime. You missed the first segment. Right. We talking this Ghana reparation shit.
I'm gonna try and answer both. Both on them right now, so we all be caught up. Let's go and kick it off with this Ghana shit. This is why we delineate. Let me get on my Umar Johnson soapbox. This is why we delineate, brothers. Look. I find it ironic the Black Caucus, all these so-called black organizations, all these so-called we'll be down for the black, black no matter what. All these people, we've been fighting for reparations in this country ever since we got out of slavery. And here we got a Guyanese president, and we got a Pajita want to give reparations to illegals. And both of them could probably get it through the so-called Democrats. Now, I want to hear not from us, not us smart great brothers right here on the panel in the comment section. Not none of us. We ain't that stupid. I want to hear from all these so-called pro-blackity blacks, especially from the B1 sector side. I want to hear from all these so-called quote-unquote black feminist politicians that ride the liberal wave, vote blue no matter who. I want to know what's gonna come out of their neck and excuse and say like, oh well, if they give, that means we can get it. Slavery is not just for black people in America. Everybody was all that bull crap. This is why we delineate and shame on y'all tethers. shame on y'all. Y'all really showed y'all colors in the last 10 years. We were just like, all right, these people, they really are people. They just want to go ahead and say they're Nigerian, Jamaicans. They want to go ahead and give kudos to their culture. I mean, they shouldn't be nothing wrong with that. Until we find out y'all trying to confiscate our culture, take everything that we made, created, hijack it, and bring your people over here, and y'all want to go ahead and get the same rewards and reparations that we fought for, and let y'all come in and tag along with us. And now y'all trying to exercise and get your own little reparations and trying to be like, oh, well, we fought for ours. Y'all supposed to fight for y'all back in the day, but y'all didn't. Yeah, I can see that happening too. So if all y'all blue liberals, if all you old blackity Negroes that just letting this shit play out, if all you weak belly back so-called we black for B1 or pro black, fuck all y'all. If this ever happens and speak up again, y'all can't call yourself no real blacks. And I was gonna leave it right there.
Fuck you, you're cool, and fuck you, I'm out.
And I'm gonna be short and sweet on the first video, my 2 cents. I'm really trying to find where this male loneliness epidemic is at. Y'all said it before. Where is this male loneliness epidemic? All I see is women dining and dashing, women complaining every day on these social media platforms. Somebody ain't finding nobody at singles mixes. Ain't nobody coming outside to go ahead and talk to them, getting no attention. But y'all doing dining and dashing. Hold on. Y'all doing all this dining and dashing. Y'all literally holding sperm. Y'all seen that video? I know Tito seen it. Machismo, did you see that video I tagged you in with these modern women having sperm donor parties? Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, sperm donor parties. Where women actually get to pick out the woman to be sperm donor. We here, we there, but it's a male loneliness epidemic. All these mental illness episodes they've been putting in front of our eyes on social media and the news with all this gaslighting bullcrap. We're not going to save these ran through 304s. I hope that you people on the government side, everybody on YouTube, listen to our little platform. We're not going to save them. We're gonna let them fail. At least I am. All this high sign is showing like, look at these women. They need men to save them from doing dine and dash and all this. No, they don't. No, they don't. This is gonna be part of the record for years to come for the next batch of bitches that come behind them, and hopefully, which I doubt, hopefully they'll take heed and be like, we ain't gonna do what them bitches did back in the day, and that's it. Everything else, I just want to go ahead and keep on falling to the flow. The next thing y'all gonna start seeing, you know what? No, Tito, I'm gonna leave it to Tito. He good with these predictions. The next thing is gonna happen probably in the next couple of years. These shit's gonna start breaking into y'all houses and gonna try and squat up in there. That's it.
No, well, I think you spot on with that. I actually was just watching a body cam video of them putting some black chick in one of them burritos because she was actually squatting in somebody's house. And they tried to come and get her up out of there. And she had the nerve to have 2 Pomeranians, which is crazy. Pomeranians is expensive dogs. Tito, you want anything else on this Ghana reparations segment we did?
Yeah, I'm surprised that more, knowing that with the the scamming traditions of and the scam culture of a lot of these West African countries, I'm actually surprised that Ghana was the only one that tried it. That's the only thing that surprised me about this. Is that I would have thought that this would have came from the Nigerians before anybody else. That was the big surprise about this. But true to form, leftist niggas are spinning this, saying, oh, the United States voted against it, they're racist. No. The United States ambassador there voted against it because he thought it was a cynical money grab. That's why. But of course, the leftist spit machine is active 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%. The last part that you spoke on, I noticed that too. Is if you look at the social media posts and even the headlines, they're trying to spin it. They're spinning the headline. United States and the other countries uh, choose to not uphold the transatlantic slave trade as like one of the worst atrocities in history. They're basically taking the Ghanaian president's thing out of context, and they're trying to basically they're trying to frame it in like the FBA, basically the FBA framework, like stuff we've been saying since the 50s. You understand what I'm saying? They're conveniently leaving out that he's like, if you look at all the headlines and stuff, that he came like that statement is just a platitude, so that for them to have the jumping off point to legitimize their reparations claim, which is really them trying to what do you call it? Bypass the international world banks, and basically the Nigerian scamming, trying to line their pockets, and money which will never make it to the people anyway, and it'll all be all the government officials getting paid and everything. This is this speaks to why the infrastructure is the way it is in most of these countries, et cetera, et cetera. These are low trust civilizations. Low trust civilizations. And then you see everybody's all upset. I don't know if you saw this about the standardized IQ test that went around.
Oh, I just watched that on Hood server this stream, man.
In Nigeria, and basically the majority of the population is from an IQ standpoint, is testing as retarded, which is crazy.
At 70 it's 70 IQ, but they'll tell us, you know what I'm saying, along with they Somalian scamming brethren, some Somali scam. Forget that. These Nigerians, you mean tell me the whole continent, not country, because Africa is not a country, Africa is a continent. You mean tell me that whole entire continent is number of functioning so-called NPCs drooling and basically can't put a square peg in a round hole? But they tell me that they bring their best and brightest to this country of ours, and they run circles around us.
And so really, like the few that you be having over here, and it's like they in the colleges, because that's what there's so many Nigerians, and those are like the exceptions of the exception. Their general population is testing as retards, bro. And like that was a general one put out, and so then an African dude who saw the IQ testing, basically conducted his own round of IQ testing because he didn't believe the IQ data. And then basically the African dude that financed it himself and did his own random sample of testing, basically his results came out the same as the general one that went out. So yeah, bro, it's crazy. So like all of these Nigerians over here all trying to talk down at us, like these ones that are smart over there, they're at the far end of the bell curve, bro. They're rare.
Very, very, like, and the messed up thing about it, they're not even at the tail end of the actual bell curve. I can understand if they was like an obscure number, like in the 100 percentile of intelligence on the opposite end, right near the past the 140% IQ mark. But these motherfuckers not even past the average IQ here in America, which is 100.
Yeah, bro. Like where they're he said, yeah, they baited. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, Red Sig was right. I think you're right about the Ghanaian thing, that this is just a beta test for the other African and the other African nations to try and come in and ask for reparations too. I'm like I said, this FBA ideology and has been one of the best things that happened recently in contemporary Black thought. Because it's one of those cases of shake the trees and the snakes will come out type thing, and the visceral level of disdain basically all these other countries are showing just for the mere concept of it. It's really helping. It's showing it. Like if you listen to Tariq Nasheed, like it's just nonstop. Like Africans and Caribbeans coming in like walling out for people claiming their lineage, because that's really all it is. And this is really the closest thing to fucking destiny swapping I done seen in recent history. It's fucking crazy.
Even when we go back to this hip hop thing, remember when Busta Rhymes, the Jamaican so-called American tether, was trying to say we ain't have no culture, but this nigga made millions upon millions of damn dollars and became a vocal point in hip hop culture. But he gonna tell us that we ain't got no culture, despite the fact we gave you this type of culture to make money off of. Him and Fat Joe.
Oh yeah, well the New York thing is because I'm an East Coast dude, and you know, like right in the beginning, it was Philly and New York because we had Sugar Hill, Hilltop Records down here and everything. BDP was signed down here in Philadelphia early on. So like we was it's always been a back and forth thing between us and New York. So like, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of that, and like I said, it is the East Coast thing because I grew up around Second and Lehigh early. I mean, Music Man is in the chat. He know Second and Lehigh. So it was all Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and Vietnamese where I'm at. So like, yeah, we was all on top of each other, even in New York. But when that hip hop shit, yeah, there you go, Indigo. There you go, Playboy. Pop Art Records. That's what I meant to say. Pop Art Records. There you go, Playboy. But when the hip hop shit, when it came, that's a ethnogenic American thing. So yeah, like, and when you see in New York, we always make the joke, ain't nobody from New York really from New York. Everybody from an island, you know, especially if it's Brooklyn, you got a lot of Jamaicans, Panamanians, blah, 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 blah. So like I said, all of these people was there with their own ethnic joint. And I grew up in a Puerto Rican, Dominican area. That shit all salsa music and merengue, bro. And then when they was doing hip hop, that is true. The pop used to come out there and smash the radios and shit. You know what I'm saying? And even the Puerto Rican boys that was breakdancing, doing graffiti and all that shit and all that other, like they had to hide that shit, change their clothes when they came outside to b-boy and shit like that. So whatchamacallit? So yeah, a lot of like the early rapper, a lot of them dudes be like having island backgrounds and shit like that. But the culture that they adopted was the urban American culture. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, they may have been, their parents might have been first generation immigrant and all that shit. So like, nah, but whatchamacallit? Busta Rhymes is Jamaican and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like we didn't know that when he was in Leaders of the New School and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he put on the American FBA culture. You feel me? And the same thing with Fat Joe in the Bronx and all that shit, bro. Oh, but you got two Johns up in here, oh? Oh, this nigga just dropped off. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, yo, Tito, let me I wanted to do. Yeah, exactly. And half them Puerto Ricans in the old rap videos were mixed too. Yeah, well, yeah, bro, we was all on top of each other and shit like that. But like I said, like I know that shit for sure. And then like I have peoples in the Bronx. So like, yeah, you be in a house, you know, you always eating over like your homeboy's house and shit like that. You be in the house with Dominicans and shit. They mom playing salsa. They come out with the slouches and the rice, the little slices of white cheese you eat with your little homeboy and shit. Y'all bust it up. Y'all leave out the house and then you go around the corner and everybody put on their shit and we be breakdancing on the shit. You know what I'm saying? But they wasn't playing no motherfucking hip hop in the house. Even my mom was American. She wasn't playing that shit in the house. She was playing fucking Marvin Gaye and all that shit. And you know, yo, even the American black parents ain't like the hip hop shit. So all that shit they talking is bullshit, bro. I was, you know what I'm saying? Like we was really around when that shit was like really fucking going down. Niggas wearing sheepskins and shit, gazelle glasses, four-finger rings. The
I missed that era.
We was in that. I was there right when that shit was started. And like I said, that's true. Puerto Ricans, Dominican, they was all around it, but they got that shit off the black kids. They was mimicking our shit. And they houses, they parents was playing salsa, merengue.
Yeah, that's the reason why we delineate this reparation argument. Even if we do have this reparation thing, it's so many damn formalities, so many damn loopholes. And just for the simple fact that when we hear these tellers making their argument about getting reparation from slavery, but when they get the fact that they sold us into slavery, it just blows the whole argument out the water. Like, how you want to go ahead and benefit for something that you contributed in doing?
No, that's facts. Yo, Tito, I want to play your I've been playing the Tito and BGS debate on, like, syndication. I've been playing it during the day and playing it during the evening. I've been seeing y'all comments and shit, so I'm glad a lot of you guys appreciated the debate. But Tito, you sent me some stuff during the week, and it's just follow-up stuff, follow-up clips, context with regard to some further with regard to the Iran conflict. So I put them together in a montage of shit, and I like that you sent me that, because I didn't even know Nick Shirley was out interviewing people on their Iran shit. So I took the 3 of the clips you sent me, and I made a little montage. So I'm gonna play these. I'm gonna play this basically, and post your debate here on this channel, and let's get some feedback on that.
Willing to enter back into war?
No, not a chance. Because I already did my time.
Where did you serve in?
Afghanistan, Iraq.
How dangerous are these people over there in those parts of the world?
The people of Iran are great people. If you look at Iran in the 70s and the 80s, it was very much like any other country, first world country. But with the Ayatollah and with the extremists, taking away women's rights and education, you can't be homosexual in those countries, things like that. They went backwards instead of forward. They damned themselves a little bit. The people are fine. It's their leadership that needs an adjustment.
And should the United States go after that nuclear weapon that they are apparently building?
1,000%. Yeah.
So you would support them going into the war?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a war. So it's not a war.
So say they did enter into this war, how long would you think this would last? Do you think it'd be one missile, one bomb, and it's over?
I think, well, it's never just one bomb. I think if you're looking at, it'd be a tiered precision strike, so it'd happen in phases, but it wouldn't be something like Bush's, coin fight, the counterinsurgency fight with Iraq, Afghanistan for 20 plus years. It wouldn't be a continuation of that. I think Trump would live up to his word of it being just, hey, we're just going to strike this and that's that. The next guy who comes in can deal with whatever mess there is after that. I don't like the fact that we have to get involved in stuff like this, but when you have a country like Iran who potentially they're working diligently to try and get a bomb, that's scary. That should be scary for any American or anyone in the Western world.
So the United States just released their total aircraft losses in the war in Iran. One F-35 was struck by an Iranian SAM missile over Iran. However, the pilot was able to return to base and make an emergency landing. 3 F-15 Strike Eagles were hit by Kuwait air defenses and ultimately destroyed in a friendly fire incident. 12 Reaper drones were hit and destroyed by IRGC forces. And finally, 1 Black Hawk and 1 tanker were destroyed in Iraq, 1 by a drone and 1 in a refueling incident. All of this together accumulates to roughly $1 billion in total aircraft losses, which is an insane statistic on paper. However, I want to put this into perspective. Last year alone, in 2025, the United States lost roughly 8 aircraft in training incidents alone, which means the United States lost more aircraft during training last year than they've lost in this war in Iran. And I'm not saying the United States is winning, I'm not saying they're losing, but this is an insane metric. The entire time the United States has done 10,000 missions in Iran, the only damage they were able to produce on U.S. planes was hitting 1 F-35, which then returned back to base safely.
We started getting intel from the Israelis and then followed by eyewitnesses on the streets of Tehran saying that the checkpoints are now empty, most of them. The Basij members have gone into hiding. Let's go to the first video.
نگاه کنید ایست بازرسی خالیه، هیچ سرکوبگری نیست. این قوای سرکوب از ترس پهپاد و موشک رفتن تو سوراخ موشاشون قایم شدن تا از هوا بهشون نزنن. اینا که با اسلحه وایساده بودن جلوی مردم بیگناه همه رو میکشتن، حالا مثل موش ترسیدن و در رفتن. دیگه چیزی نمونده که ایران رو آزاد کنیم.
Yep, it's basically almost over, especially after what President Trump did yesterday when he was going around saying, yeah, we're talking to someone in Iran, and everyone was like, who's he talking to? Even people inside the regime were started pointing each other and blaming each other. And then the IRGC leadership, at this point, the IRGC leadership is a faceless leadership because nobody actually knows who's calling the shots. So it's a group of people at the top who have recently been promoted by themselves, and they're calling the shots. So they decided, well, we're going to have to take control of these so-called talks. And these are surrender talks, basically. But the Islamic Republic are refusing to surrender. So they've sent a whole list of demands, which we mentioned last night. One of them was the Americans should abandon the Middle East, leave the bases. And I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen, darling. You can try. They also wanted reparations like Black Lives Matter. Also a terrible idea.
All right, perfect. That's a perfect montage. I really like the comparison metric that you sent, where the guy goes, okay, 1 billion on paper, that sounds terrible, but when you realize that we've lost more planes in training than this actual conflict, where we've flown over 10,000 bombing operations, and that we've only one plane was hit by enemy fire. We've landed safely and then returned to the fight. Look, we haven't seen any type of conversion rate like that in warfare, like ever. Go ahead, it's all yours.
I mean, 1 billion is a damn drop in the bucket when you talk about the Air Force. It's the other branches that's gotta go to Congress and beg and shit. The Air Force gets whatever the fuck they want. So 1 billion is nothing. But yeah, all of that shit that BGS said in that debate, all of that shit, and then you compare it to what these people, it shows that he lives inside his own reality bubble. He was saying that, oh, they're fighting them to a standstill, right? He said that. He talked about how support for the war is falling apart, and oh, they're gonna end up, he's gonna end up giving this up and all of this, or Iran ain't going nowhere. It shows that he lives in his own fucking reality bubble. Every single thing he said in that debate about Iran has been proven wrong. Everything. And the crazy part is some of the shit got proven wrong the very next morning after the debate. Some of these that I sent you was like the very next morning after the debate. And this guy right here with the pink shirt on, if you look at how he shaped, it looked like his left side is way smaller, probably because he got shot up and was paralyzed for a number of months. He seems to have been a operator over there before, in the like you said, the coin fight. And he said the same thing I said in the debate, where in the 70s, how Iran was a normal country. I got a cousin that was there doing embassy duty in the late 70s, and he said the same thing. He said, they used to go to the beaches, and women to have on bikinis. They had topless beaches, and you would go in the club, women to be wearing fishnets and shirts, short dresses and mini skirts and all of that shit. It was a regular country. And so they took over. And it's a country that's in the grips of an Islamist cult. And they were fully aided in they take over their country by the Soviet Union, which is why their regime is allies with Russia to this very day. That takeover of Iran was funded and assisted by, it was funded with Soviet money and assisted by KGB agents, right? So, but you know, I guess the reality bubble that BGS is in it burst one day. I'll land my plane there.
All right, cool. You want a piece of this, before we wrap this? Cause well, we're at 1:14. We making good time. I said we were just gonna go through a couple segments. Like I said, and do the Sunday show. I know everybody's tired. It's been a long week. And like I said, I can get closing statements and shit, and I'll just play a little bit of the mixtape before I wrap the show up. We get up out of here. What's up?
Well, the whole Iran thing, I seen some doing my research about how Iran was before 1980, and I did see the particular women in bikinis, and I was like, you mean tell me they literally made a Islamic caliphate and took away y'all visual apparatuses of these beautiful fair skin, long hair, shapely Iranian women away. That's the reason why I can never no disrespect to people that follow Islam. Islam is a good religion, but y'all can't follow that. I'm sorry. After seeing that historical references, I was like, how dare y'all? But all jokes aside, that whole BGS and Tito debate, I watched bits and pieces of it, then watched the original date. I watched bits and pieces of it. And salute to you, Tito, for cooking that old nigga. It's old niggas like BGS. You know, no disrespect to BGS and old niggas, but it is what it is. But it's them type of old boomers, older, half of Gen X, that really don't got a clue. It's like they know everything about nothing. It's like their heyday and their so-called nostalgic mind, they still believe it's 1995. They believe that Bill Clinton and everything in the nation is still going as quid pro quo. Everything's going as according to plan. We are still the number one nation in the whole entire world, and we can't do no wrong. Everybody else, especially if you're a Republican or independent, think you're a bad person, you're a coon, you deserve everything to get done to you. Them type of niggas have held us back with that so-called, like, we can't do no wrong type of mindset. We too big to fail. The sky is only partially blue. It could turn purple any day now. Them type of niggas. They believe that Iran could not be touched because it's supposed to be Iran. They supposedly have all this so-called power, and ain't nothing gonna happen until we seen what happened beginning of this month. Now they don't want to have nothing to do with this whole type of Iran war. They don't want to have no discussion about how Trump do this. Now they're trying to save face. Some of them don't even want to do live streams no more. I seen it. They eating their words, and they hiding behind they so-called keyboards and they so-called well-polished studios. Now I land my plane there.
All right, spot on. All right, gentlemen, salute to the chat. All right, good round, gentlemen. We at the 118. You guys can give me closing statements. You take your time. We got plenty of time. And then I'll do and like I said, you guys can get up out of here. I'll play a little bit of the mixtape to get us and get up out of here under the 2 hour mark. So yeah, Tito, you got closing statement?
Yeah. Look for the anti-manosphere hit pieces to step up. Especially, like I said, it is the longer that the higher energy prices go on, they're gonna be trying to shame people back onto the plantation. I was kind of surprised to see that hit piece. Maybe I shouldn't have been, but I was like, wow, so Time Magazine is jumping into this shit. I did a hit piece laugh about a hit piece from Time magazine, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look for even your late local news to have, as like kind of like human interest stories towards the end of the news broadcast, hit piece against the manosphere. I'm telling you that the efforts, especially the closer we get to the midterms, are going to be ratcheted up. You go see all type of crazy shit. Watch.
No, I mean that's par for the course. You see this Lewis Lewis what you call this Lewis Thoreau manuscript piece that came out on Netflix on the tail end of what else did Netflix did? They did Adolescence over in the UK. I guess it's Thoreau joints for the one over here, and then before that you had Scott Galloway doing his ridiculous tour. So this is them iterating. You know what I mean? They're iterating. And I keep saying this. I don't know if this happened to anyone else, but I see it in my feed. The male content creators that have been, who I steadily watch and I've watched over the years are slowly not being recommended in my feed. And every day I turn around, there's some female content creator with all these subscribers, but with a very similar title, men content related title, or there's some moderated masculinity, black content creator I never seen out of nowhere. You click on it and there's some goofy shit, and they're flooding my timeline with it. Like I said, I keep doing that. Don't recommend this channel. Not interested.
Oh, some of that is due to the new way that that Google is using AI instead of just raw numbers. They're using AI to guide and keep track of monetization. So watch this. Under the new AI system at Google, it doesn't pay attention to so much clicks and everything that each content creator gets and from where, but it pays attention to what else that your audience watches. So if you got an audience that watches anime, or if they watch the old G.I. Joe cartoons on YouTube, or if they watch the old Transformers, then, or if you yourself watch them, then they are gonna automatically age restrict what content gets recommended to you.
Okay.
So you having a lot of people complaining about this in terms of their views falling off of the table and everything, because they might make content that's, if you before you upload, you push that not for kids, like I'm sure everybody else does, then your content is going to be hidden. If somebody that watches you also watches any type of cartoon or anything like that, any type of cartoon, even the shit that we know is not meant for kids, like Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is not for kids. It was on Adult Swim. That they will do that. I saw a video about that the other day, and I was like, wow, that's so fucking. How is Google at this point not being charged with securities fraud? Because I really think that, especially if I was a smaller company and I was paying for advertising on YouTube, I would be fucking pissed if I found out that this is how they keep track of who is seeing, this monetized content, because you cut me out of half of the eyeballs that I'm paying for you to put this shit in front of.
Damn, that's a good ass point, Tito. I think you know what? YouTube, Google, whoever entity that runs all of them, Alphabet gonna be having a lot of stakeholders coming at their head in the next couple of years, because with all these so-called safe algorithms that they trying to put in the system to keep watchful eyes from actually watching real content, a lot of these pockets gonna get lighter, and they gonna be looking at Alphabet like, what y'all doing over there?
They diluting their advertising dollar. I don't give a fuck if somebody is mad about the abortion rate. If I got a product to advertise, get my shit in front of them. I don't care about that. I don't care that somebody cares about body counts. Get my shit in front of them. And again, like I've been saying for the past few years, like I've been saying for the past few years, it would be a hard sell in a board meeting to explain why you are running away revenue producing content creators and letting them go to other platforms to build up their platform and to draw the advertising dollars that they getting. Sooner or later, you know what's gonna happen? Sooner or later, it's gonna be the data that's coming from the other platforms that's going to get Google charged with securities fraud.
I was just thinking that, Tito.
It's gonna be it's gonna be when the other platforms say, hey, you know, the content creators that used to be over here, they're over here now, and so and so and so and so, and look at all of the numbers they got. You know, so you should pay us more than Google. Why are you you know paying them for advertising contracts when we have more of the target demo that you're looking for, while they over there arbitrarily age restricting the same content that you paying for to have in front of them? It's gonna be the data, the research data that's gonna come from the opposing platforms that's gonna get their ass caught up.
This sound like what's his name with Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, where he had to go ahead and basically say that it was the liberal that told him to suppress massive content on his platform.
Yeah.
And you see what happened to Meta.
Yeah. But you know, so being told what to do by somebody that's in office, like in the first days of the Biden administration, they had got so granular with this shit that they actually had staffers whose job it was to comb through Facebook and comb through Instagram and comb through all these platforms and then actually compile a long ass list of links to send back to the people at these platforms to tell them to suppress or delete these videos, right? Which is dystopian and strange in itself. But that's a whole different thing from just delegating their responsibility to AI and then not even tuning not even having the presence of mind to tune the AI correctly. That's just like the most laziest shit in the world, and it's gonna end up costing them. It's gonna end up costing them. But that's actually what they're doing now. They will go and like low key age restrict you just because of what else that your viewers watch, even though they might actually still be adults.
That'd be killing me. Yeah, they age restrict a lot of my videos, and all I was talking about with things going on in Chicago.
No. They won't place an age restriction on your videos. They will shield some of your viewers because of whatever else that they watch. And let's just face it, that's directed at the manosphere. That's specifically directed at the manosphere, right? Because look at all of the people in the manosphere that's into anime. When you just look at the content creators alone, that's into gaming and all of that shit. So they figure, hey, this is a way to keep them from coalescing with each other. But at the same time, it's securities fraud because you got investors and shareholders thinking that this business is being that profits are being maximized when they actually being hindered. The advertising that's done at Google could be so much more effective and worth so much more money if they didn't engage in all of it in this fucking bullshit ass Rube Goldberg machine of censorship.
You know what one of my theories is? I think what I just said about them old niggas and the boomers sound too. Google got the same mindset. They believe they are too big to fail.
Yeah.
All right, but yo, hold on. Mr. O just sent me something wild. Is this what y'all was talking about in the chat? I didn't see this shit either. I'm gonna put this on the screen and I'm gonna do the super chat. But am I reading this right? All right, so the passport sisters is out here taking L's. This really says Keisha done went to Thailand and started a fight with the lady boys and gets booked by the whole community. Wow, and they got it on film.
On film, on tape.
Wow.
Shout out to Passport.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
Oh, that's this shit that up here trying to share your joint and shit that froze my stream yard.
My bad. My bad.
Damn.
I thought it was
whole. Damn. All right, we gonna have to. My shit's spinning. All right, hold on. Hold on. Add to. Let's remove here. Let's put that up there. There we go. All right. He said he said kick and tweet Twitch. It keeps them away from Afrotech and singles events. Yo, Keisha's is really taking L's globally. And that's why I said that I agree with that. That whole Keisha fatigue shit. That when they be saying black fatigue, that shit's really Keisha fatigue. And it's a global occurrence. Like the American black man, productive black man, is generally well received globally. Keisha, on the other hand, it's like don't nobody want to see them. Don't nobody want to see them coming. But hold on, let me play this joint real quick. How come it won't let me blow it up? There we go.
She don't want it. You know, I wish we had the National Geographic animal sound some in the background for this. Damn.
Yeah, that shit. That shit is freezing, oh.
Oh no. Yeah, this is like something you got to download to really play. That's one thing I hate about it. Damn, it's freezing.
Loma. Me dying? I grew up around Asians. I know what they say. All right, let me kill. God damn it!
Was it bad link or something?
That shit is just freezing the whole fucking no, but I will say this one. Going to a foreign country and getting into a fight in general in public where you can get jumped is crazy work in and of itself. You're in a foreign country. Anything can happen to you. And when the police come, you can end up missing. Like that's like so and that's just that's a dude. But then to be a chick, come to a foreign country, especially a place like Thailand, you in Southeast Asia, and somebody put it in the chat. That's a kickboxing ass country. They could fight their asses off over there. The chicks and the dudes. No bullshit. That alone. So one to be a chick and you get into a motherfucking fight. But a chicken, you get into a fight and you get into a fight and get jumped by trannies. How does that even happen? How does that even happen? In Thailand, my guy?
Hey, they could stay in the States and did that for free.
For free. But even in the States, that don't really happen. But one dudes ain't fighting. Well, we call them T's over here. Over there, dudes ain't fighting them, let alone a chick. But you a black chick in Thailand fighting L boys dolo at night.
Hey, you know, so crazy.
And then get jumped. Bro, how does that even happen, bro? How does that even happen? That's Keisha out of control, bro. Like, no situational awareness. What are you doing in Thailand in the first place? And you go to Thailand, you go to Thailand to be just a violent Keisha in general, but you want to be violent Keisha with a lady voice? That's, bro, like, nasty work, bro. Like, you can't even write that type of fiction, bro.
That's what it is. So it's two things that I'm picking up from this. So they want to go ahead and just be honorary and want to go ahead and follow passport bros. They want to follow passport bros to the location of choice to be a carbuncle into their endeavors and trying to pursue a love and happiness and peace and freedom. In the efforts, they also in the process forgot that Thai people, unlike us over here in America and throughout the country as far as black folks, Thai people actually stick together. Like you put your hands on one of them, it don't matter. They a stranger, they ain't blood related. If they working, they could see a Thai person getting harmed by a foreigner. On top of that, they gonna stop what they doing and go over there and give you a royal country ass whooping.
So, well, the other Thai or just it, bro, you're in a foreign country. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I be out here, I'm traveling, like, bro, like, one, you got to really go out of your way to really, like, get in trouble in the first place. But, bro, like, the entire venue that you at, the neighborhood, bro, they will whoop your ass, bro. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you're a foreigner in a foreign country. You don't start scraps and shit. It's different if people see you getting attacked and you defending yourself. That's different. But if you out there, you the antagonist, bro, you will get balled the fuck out. And depending on what country you in, man, you'll end up in the back of a trunk. That's real shit.
I'm looking at this from the further optics. See, you guys see what I'm saying. They literally go to a country to get black men that don't want them. They pursue them to be a monkey wrench into their plans of actually getting away from them. But in the process, end up getting they asses whooped in a foreign land by actual fake women like they are too from another land. It's just a whole bunch of irony when I think of and watching this video over and over. It is too much irony.
Bro, that is wild. But you know what? Before we pass it to Tito, I will say this. The brothers, at least on the internet, because a lot of the passport bro content was content by men made for men. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't advertiser. It was the women in the spaces, coming in our space and have it. But it was men talking to men, being like, "Yo, look where I'm at. This is how you get over here," type shit, right? So there's that. Now you got the Pookie travelers that mess some things up, but that's not really like a big epidemic. It's an issue, but it ain't that much an issue. But as soon as they start popping up where the fuck we was at, because the key, you've seen the trend in the last 2 years. The Keishas are where the brothers are. They brought their asses down to Colombia, then brought their asses down to Community. And then, like I said, bro, when was you seeing chicks dolo in motherfucking Thailand? Come on, dog, really? But now that they gone over there regularly, we've been seeing more and more footage of them getting into fights with either local women, and this is the first time I've seen them out there fighting lady boys. And but bro, just look at the optics of that. That was at night. Well, and then on top of that, everybody make the jokes about like Southeast Asia and Thailand in particular, but even with that, like you got to go and find them to be around them to be, you understand what I'm saying? To even be able to have an incident for something like that to happen. You feel me? Like you gotta go looking for, you don't understand what I'm saying to you? So you at night dolo barefoot, surrounded by lady boys and scrapping and people is filming that shit.
Now you see my point. Now you see my point.
Bro, how does that even happen, bro? How does that even happen?
God bless the internet. Thank you, camera phones. Thank you, all y'all. Thank y'all. This is like pure like vindication. This is like a great case study of videos for years to come. So Gen Alpha and Gen Beta, you will be able to learn on why your uncles and your fathers and grandfathers had to do what we had to do.
You said BMT's last stream was like this with chicks fighting in Cartagena. Yo, they can come down here and start fighting with these Colombian chicks if they want. They gonna end up missing. I'm trying to tell you, yo, Colombia ain't nothing to play with, man. They can come out act crazy if they want. Them girls gonna end up missing. You see, they end up missing in Mexico. Yo, Tito, you want a piece of that?
Yeah, they don't care. Y'all got to understand what this is. This is a fucking kamikaze mission, bruh. This is a kamikaze mission. Y'all got to understand what this is. This is a kamikaze mission. It's on two fronts. On one front, you know, they send that all of the you know, the black bitches that's in sororities.
Oh,
you know, the black bitches that's in sororities take these trips, and they probably link up with either rainbow community members that they might have went to school with in the States, or ardent feminists from that country that they might have went to school with in the States to try to influence policy. That's on the down low part of it. But this overt part that you see, this fight in the streets, this wilding out in clubs, this, you know, not paying the establishments and trying to fight the staff of the establishment, this is a kamikaze mission. They don't care if they get killed. They don't care if they get locked up. They don't care if they get beat up. They are there to disrupt the environment enough so that because you got to realize something. I don't know what black men are real stupid, right? When it comes to delineating, when it comes to you know, trying to like have some type of political discourse with the people in other countries, straight fucking dumb, straight dumb. When it comes to lobbying, when it comes to pooling their resources to try to affect the lobby in another country, real fucking dumb. I was trying to tell black men years ago, hey, y'all better donate to Bolsonaro's campaign. Y'all better donate this campaign, and they fucking ignore me. Y'all can get that man elected for pennies on the dollar down there in Brazil. They fucking ignore me.
Damn,
right?
damn, that's spot on. That's actually it. That all right? Wow, you was spot on with that.
They fucking ignore me.
Now that you see the way things played out, fuck, you was right about it.
I tried to tell him. You can ask Dennis. I tried to tell him. I told Dennis himself, look, y'all, you need to tell them niggas that you be in Brazil with to do whatever they can to get some donations in Bolsonaro's pocket. Even if they gotta pass it to a Brazilian bitch and have the Brazilian bitch donate the money in her name. I don't know how legal it is to you know, accept campaign donation from foreigners. I don't know what their laws is, what their election laws is down there, but I tried to tell these niggas. But these women that's causing all this mayhem in the streets, this is a kamikaze mission. They want to disrupt the environment, and the hope is that the people in the country say that we tired of these niggas coming down here, and so after that they'll stop coming down there, as long as they got the people in the country tired of niggas coming down there and doing what they can to affect black people traveling down there. But mostly it's going to affect black men. This is a kamikaze mission to us to realize their goal, and it's a worldwide kamikaze mission. Everywhere that black men like to travel, you're going to see them showing. I've been telling y'all for years, you're going to see them showing up causing mayhem. But these latest incidents that you're seeing, this is like just like the Japanese in the waning days of World War II. These are kamikaze missions. They don't care if they die. They don't even care if they think about like that story that you just had to start this broadcast off, where they stabbing each other over a restaurant bill. They don't care if they die. They don't care. They don't care if they die. They don't care if they get locked up in another country. They don't give a fuck. NGO will probably bail them out, or their relatives have a GoFundMe. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. It's a kamikaze mission. As long as they can keep your ass fenced in here on this plantation, they'll go over there and get set on fire in public. They don't give a fuck.
Damn.
Yep. If they can keep
fire in public,
if they can keep one, look, let me tell you something. Most of these black women that's following them down there, if you came to them and said, hey, see that black guy right there? He's about to marry a Thai woman. Would you be willing to eat oatmeal with a bunch of glass in it and then go in they wedding and hiccup blood and shit and disrupt the whole wedding and die in the process if you knew that it would keep them from getting married? They'd be like, man, hand me that oatmeal and put some cinnamon there with the glass. They would do it.
I don't think that's far-fetched, especially with
it's not.
No, especially with the mental health crisis going on.
They would do it. I mean, think about it. You just got a judge that's got imprisoned finna get disbarred, and one of the things that led up to her getting disbarred was arbitrarily locking up a Thai woman that had a
black boyfriend. I remember that.
That had a black husband.
Husband. I remember that.
She decided that she wanted to get her marriage license amended out of respect because her biological father had finally came back in her life and she had her uncle name on there, and so she charged her with fraud.
I remember that. Yeah. I think we covered that one.
Yeah, you willing to throw away going to law school and a whole legal career just to stop one nigga from marrying one girl that's a step off of being a nigga her damn self. That's how they. I'm telling you, those women you see doing that shit are no different than an Al-Qaeda suicide bomber. They no different. And if they knew how to make them suicide vests, they would. If they knew how to make them suicide vests, they would be right there. They would be right there on Avenue de Atlânticos in Rio, finna go blow up Mavs. And for niggas that's been in Brazil, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Hey, Tito, do you think they'll probably instead of a vest, you think they put it in a weave? I mean, it's mind blowing, no pun intended, but I mean, yeah.
All right, guys, gentlemen. We're at the 147. Yo, what up? Quiet Storm in the building. I see you made yourself way in here. All right, let's do a Detroit super chat. We didn't get a chance to get him. Detroit 313 XRP 313 of the $5 super chat. He says salute to all y'all after traveling 4,000 miles. Yeah, Tim and brother Zeke, man, we got a lot of truckers that are part of our audience, man. 100. Let's give you some drops, man.
Fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
All right, guys, that is a wrap. All right, you guys will be out of here right about now. 10 minutes to spare. Mr. O gave us the last minute Keisha fight in Tyler, John. I was trying to I know you're tired, Tito. I was trying to get you up out of here. Yo, salute to the chat, man. Thank all you guys for coming and hanging out with us another Sunday. You know, we are the late night crew. Quiet Storm says walk straight on Copacabana Beach with it too. All right, guys, that's a wrap. I want to thank all you guys for coming out, showing out. Yeah, we can't do this goddamn show without you. I want to thank my panel, Tito, Mr. O, for showing up, helping me do the Sunday show as always. Oh, if you want to do random shit Monday and Tuesday, because I know you off, let me know. I'll put a show together.
You ain't got to ask. I'm down.
All right, my nigga. Oh yeah, allegedly 500,000 black men lost their jobs. I've got to look into that. I don't, because that's almost the exact same number as Keisha's that lost their jobs. So I don't know if they're trying to put that on us, but from what I've been hearing in general, niggas been doing all right. At least, but the brothers in the trades and the trucking, because my man Benny got loads. Every time I talk to him now, he in California on the freeway somewhere. I got to finish this load. I'll call you when I get back. Oh, check the Cash App. Yo, appreciate you, bro. Let me give you this drop. Are y'all coming in? Damn, y'all niggas coming in last minute with it. I ain't even mad at you.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
Okay, so everybody's saying they think the number's cap. Yeah, Quiet Storm saying my dad is a trucker. He had to reject loads due to his age and work tempo. Keisha got their jobs back plus. I got to look into this. I saw somebody else do something like that. Like now, 500,000 black men lost their job. I hadn't heard anything about that. Last job numbers was showing that black men's employment was up a couple percent. But listen, man. As far as I know, since the Trump joint, niggas has been doing fairly decently all right. Now, I mean, if motherfuckers is losing warehouse jobs because of automation and shit like that, that's something else. But
that's probably it.
Yeah, but we ain't getting it bad like the Keishas with all this DEI shit because we wasn't the recipients of none of that shit anyway.
Well, let's look at the optics of it. They saying 500,000 black men lost their job.
Oh, we got rap, bro. We got wrap this bitch up. We'll
talk about random shit tomorrow. We'll talk about this tomorrow.
Yeah, we got to wrap this bitch up. Y'all appreciate all you guys. For sure. Well, all right, bang. Y'all done flooded into the chat the last 10 minutes. Appreciate everybody for showing up. Shout out to Tito. Shout out to Mr. O, man. We'll be back next Sunday. And me, Mr. O, random shit. Look like random shit Monday and Tuesday. I'll post the thumbnail. That is a wrap. Matter of fact, I'll give y'all a couple of pieces of the mixtape I'ma stream before later on this week.
Long way right here for this bitch ass. I don't give a fuck if it take all night. When the drums out. Let's go. Yeah, after the chain of events, where your chain went. Gotta watch the ladies you laying with. Nigga been half flavor kid, but I ain't a lick. Taste the shit, this ain't no cake mix. They say this bed's a snake pit. Keep what you can't escape with. Can't be afraid to get bit. I stay in the mix, it ain't in my nature to shape shift. The train is alligator skin.
Check this out.
I'm in the mind back. They trying to stab me in my back. You already know where my mind at. Drive-bys in the Pontiac, body snatch. For the same price it costs wifey to get a body snatch. Pistol whipping for shits and giggles. Knock the jib loose, leave you without a tooth to nibble. No food, only soup on the menu. My dude on the roof, he ain't bring a fiddle. The feds might have bugged the rental, we speaking riddles. Left your vehicle riddle. Your femur break easy as peanut brittle. We got away clean as a whistle. I walked off a whistle, blow a kiss at your miss at the vigil. I'm a cool individual.
All my niggas sliders, leaning like they got that drink inside us. On that demon time like them pinky blinders. We the gospel worth the BB and CC Winers. Them OGs tripping in designer.
Shine, I'm divine. Young boy aiming at your top, yeah, yeah. Catch swag, who off the rock, yeah, yeah. So many shots, they still ain't stopped, yeah, yeah. Fiend shot in his foot and got hops, yeah, yeah.
I got their drip. I got their body. We got their guns. We got their dope. And that's what we're going to talk about today.
I'm just giving you that. Me, I'm in the cut with my mind on the rocks. I thought I wanna tell you, it's all so simply done. Let me get on my slick shit. Y'all niggas been on some bitch shit. I'm blanking out on all of these dipshits. Top of my hit list. Hustle gang, I'm on my tip shit. Going hard, I'm on my stiff dick. My niggas sharpshooters, aiming click. I ain't talking no twin pick. I get in that booth and I rip shit. No playing no kid shit. In the club hitting that wall. Bad bitch on my baby kid shit. Bosses I click with. If you a weak bitch, you gon' hate me. An insecure bitch can't take me. I walk around like I'm that bitch. Ain't shit the bum can't say, K. Just keep the bitches out my way, babe. Yeah, I be killing these bitches. Crusty white pearls, I be still grilling these bitches. Young West, I'ma make a meal of these bitches. Run it up, fuck it, make a bunch of meals on these bitches. Yeah.
Presidents are falling, presidents are rolling. When they know you got it, they be begging you to hold it. Highs with too many shooters, lies from too many jewelers. Bust a copped up apartment complex with 20 units. Oh yeah, I'm giving out pressure. Fiends remember me from the block, giving out testers, never giving out extra. You get what you pay for. You wanna be a hustler, but you can't afford to work.
From up top, snake skin binoculars, red companions. Cause X is on the sway mansion. My bedroom had a bedroom. My wrist be dancing, My bedroom had a bedroom. My wrist be dancing. The flyers stay slipping. We living down by the kitchen, chopping no dishes. Grab the buffet and bitchin'. We hopped over fences, banana yellow fisker. Push and crack like we invented it. Chef Cool, Louis, Ruben, Duffel got 10 in that. The Kobe Jordan pack, he was kicking it. Anti-social, social club with the snub, yo. Boom. Get attacked the little love boat. Grand Wizard, protect Ben Lizard, hand kiss it. Miami Beach, Geiger's on Biscayne. My shooters in his P.O. and Biscayne. Thank God for my wrist game.
Going on for men as well as for women. It's not just for women and children and teens anymore. It's going after men as well.
Oh shit. Hey look, high yellow bitch, nipples like strawberry milk. Passing Henny White got me on still flexing hard in the mud, look nice. I'm very built, busting up. Wipe it on your wife, 𝐔𝐿, King Kong. Bang on the session, my balls hanging. 5,000 niggas in my press, stay all gangin'. Known to keep raw shit instead of what y'all slinging. Cuddy no offense when he tested his jaw swinging. These young niggas making waves, scamming, they move swift. MC coming with hammers, I'm too legit at the gun range. Turn the page, man, it's all human gifts. About to hit 1,008 gram with the Buddha show. Niggas try to copy the formula, they just can't get it. Work spread in every corner just like the pandemic. Pick up a whole brick on that fans credit. Me and my fans spread it. Don't get your man's daddy. Put it whole ways, do that gold. Better hope niggas don't think you that cold. Boulevard shirt, pitching in my new ass clothes. Took a hit, now you fly like a UFO.
Your cup, it's a blanket, at least you'll be covered up. I'm becoming numb, I don't feel the love at night, I hug my guns. Might touch you with the same razor I used to cut my drugs. Homie was blazing, made for shaving sun. Snub is stainless, the air is white like Shayla Buff, I waited up. lipo sucked the plug, left weightless. Niggas on the waiting list, look at your greater wig, what's that, a wave kit? Listen baby, don't shake the shit, please. Still a assist, shit scaring away the fish. I'm a player, son, I'm just here sharing gang with pimps. Bitch tried to throw a big monkey wrench in my Benz vent. I find it interesting, I was chilling just when they thought the engine went. I still did it big. Pick of the litter, but ain't no kittens here. I'm like Huey Newt sitting in the king's wicked chair with the pistol near. My face is chiseled in the silverware with care. Spilling Bel Air on the thread I wear. I'm a threat out here. You better not let the cat out for air, yeah. I'm a threat out here. You better not let the cat out for air, yeah.